I really believe that when I share my story, it's giving other people an opportunity to see what's possible. And so that is my story. I'm excited to have everyone here. Super blessed to be co-hosting with Kelley. And maybe I'll just, put it over to you, Kelley, and share a bit about your story as well, too.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Hey guys, like she said, my name is Kelley Smith. I am down in sunny Florida. I have also been drinking ketones for almost 4 years, which seems crazy because it feels like yesterday. Love this conversation. We have the same experience. We got some samples in the mail from a friend, and my husband and I both had just an amazing experience with ketones, and we knew that we had to share it with other people because we had so many friends and so many family members struggling with some of the exact same things we were. So we started talking about it, posting about it, kind of like journaling our story on social media. And we just got ketones in a lot of people's hands. So that's kind of how the business started growing organically. And here we are almost 4 years later. So it's been a super fun experience. I'm a mom of 5. I have 5 daughters, so super busy. I have 2 grandsons and 1 more grandbaby, I'm not sure if it's a boy or girl, on the way. So needless to say, I have a crazy life, a crazy schedule. And one of my favorite things about this business and just this community and the product is that I can grow this alongside of being a mom and a wife and a Mimi. So it's just been a really fun experience. So I'm excited that you guys got on tonight to learn how to launch your business, what that looks like, and just some simple things you can do every single day to move the needle further, faster. So
awesome. That's so great. And so just as Kelley had mentioned, it is a simple system. We like to offer the opportunity for people to find the nooks and crannies of your day to share better. So a lot of us started with our own story, and then I can imagine that many of you that are on this amazing Zoom right now realize that it doesn't stop with only your story. So what we want to do, Kelley and I, tonight, is we want to help to really keep it simple, keep it light, keep it fun, and share with you the best ways and some optimal ways for you to share the story, share the tools. We always like to say, don't be the tool, you use the tools. And I learned that way back in the day. It's so much easier, and I can help so many more people when I'm using the tools and not doing any of being the expert. We've got the experts to be the expert, especially because when we are helping to expand the conversation that Pruvit has around the technology that we have, we really want to respect the compliance, and we want to make sure that when we're sharing our story and other people are looking for help and resources, that we can provide them with the best resources from our amazing specialists. Many of you know Dr. Heather Cardin on our amazing live Q&As that we have every week. I'm really blessed, and I love using Dr. Andrea Campitelli, who's our Canadian Toronto-based naturopath, who's amazing. So we're going to show you the simplicity of using the tools. So I'm not sure if all of you we have an amazing checklist. Get back to the person who helped to support you getting involved in sharing. We want to just go through this really quickly and share with you how simple it is. So one of the first things that we love to do as soon as we have our own account with Pruvit, customers and promoters, we can download the Pruvit Pulse app right from our phone. So right in the Pruvit app or in the App Store on your Apple, on your Android, is the Pruvit Pulse app. So if you have already, or if you haven't, you can ask the person who's been supporting you through your journey. The Pruvit Pulse app is amazing. It's going to give you updates on new flavor drops. I know we've had the strawberry and the blue acai berry on today. We had the mango tango happening a couple of days ago. It's also going to give you promotions on some discounts that are happening. We like to say that the Pruvit Pulse app is like the umbilical cord, keeping in touch and keeping plugged in. So the Pruvit Pulse is amazing. The other thing, when I go back to using the tools not being the tool, is we have an amazing Pruvit TV app. These are all new things since Kelley and I started out that have been unfolding as we've evolved as a company and a community that are so exciting. So the Pruvit TV app is yet another cool app on your phone, and you can also find that right on the App Store. The great thing about that is you can watch it on demand. You can go and search a couple of things. There are so many amazing, super short tools that you can then share with your friends as they are starting to get more familiar with the ketone conversation. The other thing, obviously, we're sitting here on a Zoom right now. Zoom is an amazing, amazing platform. Definitely has been used much more through our COVID situation that's been happening, Zoom is an awesome tool. You can use this to have group Zooms. You can use this for one-on-one, getting connected, and also definitely plugging into all of our amazing Zooms that we lead through the week, this being one of them. And also, if many of you are familiar, we also have the Maximize Your Ketones, which is a really great way for you to invite your customers and people that are now starting to try the product. Again, using the tools, not having to be the tool. So those are the 3 top favorites for me. Now, also you want to know as a promoter is to set up your customer customized link. This is going to give you access to your own page. So whether you want to send the campfire video, whether you want to send people to your challenge website, which is fabulous, whether you want to then send people to your shop keto site, all of this is going to be under your marketing links. And again, you can ask for some support from your sponsor, from the person who's been working with you, to have those readily available for you so that you can share those with those people that you're creating those connections with through the conversation. And now I just want to share my screen. I think it'll be great. We, again, are so connected to our community. So one of the things that I say is the product is stellar, the company is amazing, but the community that we have created, which is so supportive, has been just something that has been so tremendous for me as I started to learn as I grew around the opportunity of what we have. So I'm going to share my screen and I can show you just some of the amazing pages that we actually have to help you to stay plugged into the community. So Kelley, you can see these okay? Cool. And these are also on the new onboarding checklist. So we have everything at your fingertips. We just also want to make sure that you are connected to the awesome connections. So one of them is the Pruvit corporate page. So the Pruvit corporate page is Pruvit corporate. This is where you can find updates, flavor drops. You're also going to be able to find some awesome links. Every Friday we do Freebie Friday. I think I'll let Kelley will be talking about that more in the attraction. This is a really great tool. You'll find the weekly live Q&As on this under the videos. They'll come live every week. So the corporate page is awesome. The next one for all of us who are now plugged into the Pruvit promoter community, this is another amazing page just for promoters. One of my favorite parts of this is our Saturday morning training. We had an amazing training last Saturday with the beautiful Mandy Mitchell. There we go. She just made such an amazing Zoom for us that really helped us to simplify how to share. And you can see all of the different awesome units talking about the Go Challenge, which again, we can talk about later. The third one that's also really great is our awesome, more of a how to help us with social media, how to help us with support of sharing what we have on our hands with the Better Starts Here 2020 page, which is also superb. So we're going to want to get you connected to these awesome resources so that you can utilize this, as I mentioned as well too, during the nooks and crannies of your day. And then the last one that's also not just for us, but also for, let me just get out of here. I'm going to try to get out of here. My goodness. Let me see if I can get out of it. Is the Drink Ketones Daily and Reboot Monthly page. So there we go. So that one is also for customers, anyone who's drinking, you can actually add them to this page and help them to get more familiar, not only with the challenge box if they came in with a challenge, but also the amazing videos and amazing resources that we have for those that are actually jumping on the monthly reboot with us. So we have amazing support. Mitch Newman is also, as the conscious leadership coach for the company, he's amazing at some of the videos for the reboot where he's actually talking about more of the emotional side of the reboot. We've got the Rob DeBoer, who is more the physical metabolic side. And so really what it is to show you how plugged in you can be so that you can actually pay more attention to drinking the product and sharing your story. So I think I'll pass it over to you, Kelley, to go through our awesome ACE system.
Okay, awesome. That was super informative. Thank you so much. I mean, how cool is that we have so many awesome, just credible tools that are already developed for us, right? We're not asking you to reinvent the wheel or answer questions on your own or know everything right away. That's the beautiful thing about Pruvit is they have so many incredible tools that we can connect with and utilize those things that are already there and ready for us. So I appreciate you going through those. And if you don't have the onboarding checklist that we were just talking about, I would recommend you getting back with your sponsor or your coach and having you get that printed out and just hang on to it. That way you know, okay, did I download the Pruvit Pulse? What was that Pruvit TV app she said? You don't have to memorize everything. It's right there for you. So make sure you get that list and like stick it on your computer or whatnot. So those are more of like, I like to say those are like, you know, onboarding tools. Those are like getting started, like with the ins and outs of like how to prepare. And I'm going to kind of share like how to launch you, like how to get you into activity. Activity is, you know, it's something that we have to consistently do all the time. Like even after 4 years, I have to be in daily activity. And so these are the things super easy, super simplistic that you can do to talk about ACE, which most of you probably already know. It's attract, connect, experience, and enroll. So who's heard that before? Has everybody heard that? We talk about ACE a lot. So if you haven't, that's okay, but it's our very, very simplistic, like get into action plan. It's how we do everything we do here at Pruvit. So I'm going to kind of go over that just a little bit. And the first step is attract. And if you think about attract, there's so many ways that you can do that. Maybe you're awesome on social media. That's fantastic. Maybe you're on the Zoom and you're thinking, oh my gosh, I'm not awesome at social media. That's okay. There's tons of other ways to attract. Just a few we're going to go over. How many people have a shaker cup that they drink their ketones in? Probably everybody, right? Awesome. So that's a great attraction piece, believe it or not. You can very simply take that with you to the park with your kids. You can take it to the gym to work out. What that does is it attracts people to say, what is that, right? Maybe it says keto up on it, or it says ketones greater than glucose. It's an attraction piece, right? It's prompting people to ask you what that is. So that's what the attract piece is all about. I have a shirt. I don't know if you can see it. It's the Pruvit, I think it's the Unleashed shirt. Yep. I have a billion of them. But I typically never leave my house without swag on. If I'm going somewhere like in the public where I can engage with people, because it's such an easy attract piece. If I'm wearing a shirt that says ketones or drink ketones, most people look at me and they're like, what does that say? And they ask me, what is drink ketones? So that's another really simple way that you can attract people to the conversation and just really pique their interest. And that's what the attract piece is all about. So social media, wearing the conversation, shaking up that shaker bottle. Who's had a keto life party? Anybody had one of those yet? A little mixer? Have you invited people over? Maybe you went to your neighbor's house and took up a sample. That's a mixer. Like that's a keto life party. It doesn't have to be a huge planned ordeal. A keto life party or a mixer is just that, literally shaking up ketones for your friends or family. So that's another way you can attract people to the conversation. And that's just a great way to build every single day that attract piece. So make sure you're taking your shaker cup. Make sure you're posting every day on social media. Even if you're not great at social media, the cool thing is that we have that Better 2020 group. Because I'll be honest, after 4 years, sometimes I'm like, gosh, what do I post today? Like, how do I attract new people, right? And it's not always about throwing up a Pruvit post. It's not about a flavor. It's not about this or that. Sometimes it's just attracting people to you. It's sharing what's going on. Like, why are you drinking ketones? So make sure you're sharing that. Make sure you're sharing that every day. Like, why are you drinking ketones? How are you feeling? What are the benefits that you're enjoying most? So making sure you're doing that daily, that's an attraction piece, and that's going to build your business. So the second piece to that is really, really important. And the connect piece, I think, knowing what I know now, honestly, it's the most underutilized step, but it's the most important one, right? So what do I mean by that? If you're brand new and you're super excited, but you're like Diane and had no idea what ketones are or really how they work or what ketosis is, you're going to want some help, right? You're going to want to connect people with tools or other people. So some of the things that she was just talking about, like Dr. Heather, Dr. Andy, they already go live for us every single Wednesday, right? So that's a tool that you know you can go to every single week to share with your friends and family. Tag someone in that doctor's live. Share it with somebody that you know is interested in ketones. That's connect. So if they have a question like, hey, I saw your post and I need energy and I'm really looking, I want to, lose some weight, but I have XYZ. and I'm not sure if I can drink ketones if I have XYZ. The cool thing is you can connect them with that live with those doctors instead of answering their question. You can let the doctors do it for you. Does that make sense? So the connect piece is huge. An example of like a human connect, if I have somebody who's in the gym, he's a personal trainer, he's big muscles, and he's asking me, you know, why does he need to drink ketones? I'm a stay-at-home mom. I'm not building muscles really. I'm not big into the gym. I'm not a trainer, but man, Rob DeBoer is. So I might tag him in a Rob DeBoer post, or I may even connect him, say, hey, I'd love for you to talk to my friend Rob, right? Or maybe you have a sponsor or a support team that is into physical fitness. Or maybe you're like me and you're a stay-at-home mom and you have someone who's a stay-at-home mom. That's a great connect. So connect those people. Mute that. I don't know if you hear that. I think it's, sorry, Diane. Hang on, guys. It's like a bunch of letters. There we go. So the connect piece is really just utilizing the tools and the team that you have. So you guys have tons of support of humans in your support system. I know that we have Nick, we have Mitch, we have so many awesome people, and even your leaders as well. Your champs, your pro champs, those are people you want to connect with to get, you know, to just have people help, you know, say, hey, this is my story, but this is their story too. So if they don't connect with you initially, maybe they'll connect with someone else. So that's the human connect piece. Keto 101 videos, probably my favorite thing ever. I watch those all the time. Like Diane mentioned earlier, we have the Freebie Friday. Hopefully, who's utilizing every single Friday, the Freebie Friday? Are you posting about it? If you're brand new, maybe you don't know about it. Freebie Friday is a huge tool, literally will change your business. So this is something you definitely want to start attracting people with and connecting people to, is those Keto 101 videos. And every Friday there's a new one. So we do a giveaway, and Pruvit actually gives away, I think it's 10 or 20 people they give free ketones to. So you can utilize that tool to grow your personal business. And I think that's amazing. Like she said earlier, Zoom calls, the Wednesday call, just inviting, hey, maybe your neighbor is drinking ketones. They're on a 5-day experience. Say, hey, we have a cool Wednesday night call, and there's some other moms, are they going to share their testimony? I'd love for you to hop on and learn how you could, you know, have the best results with your ketones. That's connecting people with tools. So those are great too. Groups, like she said, the reboot and the 10-day challenge group, that's another connect piece as well. So make sure you're utilizing the resources that we have. And like she said, not being the tool. I'll be very honest, when I got started almost 4 years ago, I tried to answer everyone's question. I was like, oh my gosh, oh yeah, this, and I think it's this way, and oh my gosh, and I was like, there's always people asking me questions. So I'm like, man, this is really hard. And then I learned the connect piece, and it changed everything. So make sure you're utilizing the tools, and make sure you're utilizing your team and your support, because they're here to help. And the last kind of, it's a double E for me, it's experience and enroll. So the whole concept of what we do here is helping people find better. So that may look totally different for, you know, 10 people. My better might look different than Melinda's or Norman's or Cheryl's or Becky's, right? So you want people to have their own experience and to figure out what these ketones are, how they work, and why they should drink them. So getting people 5 and 10 days is key. So you want to make sure you're getting ketones into your community, into your friends and family's hands, so they can experience their own benefits. Typically day 3 is like the aha moment, right? They're on day 3 and they're like, holy moly, like what is this stuff? How do I get more of it? I love this flavor. So make sure you're utilizing and giving people an experience. Follow up with them, ask them how they're doing, what's their favorite flavor and things like that, because that's how more people are going to drink ketones if you get it in their hands fast. So it's 5 and 10 day experiences are awesome. We have the challenge kit, which is super cool. I don't know if you guys were on that Zoom on Saturday. Mandy Mitchell talked about this, and I think it's so important. Like when we talk about 5 and 10 day experiences, you always want them to go to your website and order, right? So if they have the opportunity to go get that 10-day challenge kit at $99, that's a huge deal. So make sure your sample, we're not telling you what to charge, but make sure it's something more than they can, more than they can get from the 10-day challenge kit. Does that make sense? You want them to go order. So always give them that option. if they're not ready to commit to that yet, then you offer the 5 and 10 day. So I think that's been key for me, is just making sure we're driving people to that challenge. We're getting people the experience. And if they're not quite ready to commit to that, we can offer them those 5 and 10 day samples of ketones, but that's the key, is to get those out. The community. This is like, I think Diane said this is her favorite part too. Like, I don't know about you guys, but I've never done anything that has the community behind it. Like, I've done one other MLM or network marketing, and it was vastly different. There was no community like this attached to it. So the cool thing is as you're finding people that need our product, I promise you, you are finding people that need our community just as much. So connecting them to the community and introducing them to who we are, the heartbeat of the community, linking those people up to the Pruvit Pulse, the Pruvit Facebook page, BU's Instagram, just giving them an idea of like who we are, what we stand for, you know, what our mission is super important. So as many people that love the product, you're gonna have that same amount of people love the community and need that too. So that's the experience. And of course the enroll is enrolling them as a customer or promoter. And maybe your support team has a simple plan. Maybe it's connecting them with your sponsor to say, hey, I know you're loving ketones. You're already getting your ketones for free. Have you thought of being a promoter? That's another conversation piece to the enroll. But the real, I think that the ins and outs, the biggest thing I can tell you to get started is share your story. Like, most people want to hear why you're drinking ketones. So if you can authentically share that and be excited about it, and just share, hey, I'm a tired mom. Like, Diane introduced me to this stuff. I'm not sure totally what it is, but I mix it up in water and I drink it and I'm not tired. Or I don't take a nap at 2 o'clock. Like, you don't have to get super technical, like, oh, you're in ketosis in less than an hour and it's cellular and all this other stuff. I mean, you'll have people that want to know that. And the cool thing is that you can connect them with the doctors. You can hit them on a Keto 101 video and they can learn all of that. But I promise you, the majority of people just want to feel good. They just don't want to be tired. They don't want to take a nap. They want to engage with their kids and they want to lose some weight, or they want to sleep, because that's what we were looking for with my husband. So you never know what people are looking for. So just share from your heart and tell people, hey, this is what this is. This is why I'm excited about it. And this is, how I can get it to you so you can try it. So for me, I think just being authentic and sharing why you're drinking ketones is super important. So my challenge to all the newbies, if you're brand spanking new, is get super excited, make that first post, go live, and just share your heart. Just say, hey, this is what I found. This is why I'm excited about it. And then connect them with the tools. That's my go-to ABCs.
I love it, Kelley. And I have to say, I love how you mentioned, how I started out with the onboarding, and how you mentioned the second part is really the building of the relationships, keeping it simple and having fun. So I just want to reiterate what Kelley had just mentioned in terms of the Facebook page. I'm certainly not a social media queen. But I'm starting to fall in love with the stories thing. I'm just loving the jumping things and the emojis and all the stickers and stuff. However, I'm simple. But I want to reiterate, I like to have a call to action. So I would love it as a call to action to take what Kelley was saying and putting up, if you haven't already, putting up your Facebook post and leading with the benefits. So you're not even having to lead with the product. We don't put our websites on our posts. We are creating a buzz around the ketones conversation from how we're feeling. Before drinking ketones, I was foggy, fatigued. Since drinking ketones, I have a zest for life. I wake up at bed in the morning excited to get with my day started. The other thing that we also want to just share around the Facebook is just get back to the person, and they will help you to post a really great post. They will audit it for you. They'll make it fun with you. And then what you're also going to notice as you're starting to build customers who are getting their story is supporting them to get their Facebook post up as well too, and helping them through it. One of the things that we like to do whenever we do a Facebook post is, as I mentioned, we don't put our links on our Facebook posts. Even if someone, and we know that there's just so many people on social media right now. So whether Instagram is your jam or Facebook is your jam, there's so many people that are online right now. And I know from experience, so many people that are behind the scenes and they are silently suffering for better, whether it's better mood and mindset, whether it's better energy, whether it's better, mental clarity or focus, or helping them to just feel a little bit more ease. you putting a Facebook post up that merely just shares the benefits and leading from the heart. And if someone comes on, you may have 7, you may have 1, you may have 17, it doesn't really matter. Whenever someone is excited and they comment, and many times they'll say, hey, I need a truckload, backed up on my house right now, whatever it is you got, how do I get some? You're going to keep it simple. You're going to say, hey, you know what, Jen? So excited, I'm going to PM you. I'm going to PM you. You know what, Christine? I'm so excited. Yeah, I'm going to PM you. And then you're going to get back to the person that helped you to create it, if you're new, and they're going to help you to draft how to answer those people. So you don't have to know everything. Again, I'm going to go back to use the tools, don't be the tool. And I will say, Kelley, I was that girl in my first little while of, I thought I actually had to know everything. I actually thought I had to know. And I realized very shortly after, nobody gets mentally and emotionally attached to mitochondria conversations. They really just want to know, can I get my day back? Can I actually take time whenever I get home from work to actually sit down with my family, play with my children before I go to bed, rather than getting home and my husband finding me sleeping on the couch after I've cooked dinner for the family. So I hope that makes sense to everyone. I'm excited. I feel like I'm just as excited as the day I started. Super excited to be here with everyone. Kelley, thank you so much for all of your help tonight. If this, is something that you are excited about, make sure that you get back to the person that you've helped, has helped you to get involved. And again, I'm going to go back to the 5 days are amazing. Again, just get it in them. However, the challenge that we've launched in October is great, the 10-day Drink Ketones Challenge. And you have everything at your fingertips to help support you along this amazing journey. So we're really excited to be a part of that support for you. And I really appreciate on a Sunday night that you're able to join us. And Kelley, thank you so much again. I loved co-hosting with you tonight.
Awesome. Appreciate it.
Thanks, everyone. Have a good night.